We find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the New York Jets and the Minnesota Vikings. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They start the drive with Cook. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. This defense for the Jets, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins completes it to the fullback Ham. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Vikings at 1-10 now on the year. And they come in mired in a brutal stretch right now, losers of 8 straight games.
Could you imagine being in those coaches' rooms right now? And you remember the old expression, there's no such thing as a bad idea? That's really true right here. They're searching for any idea, anything that can galvanize this team and find a victory and get them out of this losing spin.
And he's got room. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Vikings.
When they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 4.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Hall again. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That burst good for 20 and a first down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all Lebanon defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
On second down, a run to Hall. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Back to throw, Watson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 28. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. On second down, Cook. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. He probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Breece Hall. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
In motion comes the tight end left. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Hall again on 2nd down. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Hall. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. They'll try the air now with Watson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have moved out in front. Zuerlein now for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Jets 14, Vikings 7.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Off the play fake, Cousins. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
I think they tried to fool him on that one. You know, being able to throw the ball to the fullback position. No one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it out and you evaluate it next week in practice.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Cousins to throw it. This one brought in by Jefferson. He's got room at the 30. Down the sideline he goes. And he's got this all the way down to the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
To throw, Cousins. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try to put his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. He'll get it up the middle. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Running left, it's Hall. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 76 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. Ball again on 2nd down. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Chop that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on 3rd down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job of securing the football.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Deshaun Watson scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns. Now Zuerlein on and the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Jets 21, Vikings 7.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Cousins now. Complete. Jefferson the target. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He is putting on a show in this second quarter, racking up the receiving yards as he has a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them. And boy, were they right. That defense got down here in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play fake. Cousins. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Now Cousins on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them because they're really outside of field goal range now. All right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you have people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Here's Watson. And he's got him in. Corey Davis. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run with Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. One more time with Hall. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, But my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll get taken down, but not before they reach the 50. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Second half starts with a run by Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
Hall again on second down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 37 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. Watson on first down. And a completion to Wilson. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs. Hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Back to the ground with Hall. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the lead is now 24.
The score, Jets 31, Vikings 7. Greg Zuerlein to kick off for the Jets.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And no thought to bring this one down. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Cousins on first down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal.
A truly all-around great effort against the pass today. First an interception, now getting to the quarterback for the first time in this contest. I think offensively, they just forgot to prepare for him or simply overlooked him in getting ready for this one. Either way, a big mistake, and he's making them pay for it.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Cousins. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by D.J. Reed. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Throwing is Cousins. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there, still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
What a quick start to the drive, but not for the team that really needed it. In only a few seconds, the opposing QB found himself on the turf, and the defense is celebrating 2nd and long.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Watson. It's caught inside the 25. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down. 46 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. On the draw, it's Hall. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall.
A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Jets get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Vikings 7. Greg Zuerlein to kick off for the Jets.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield. Most of the field before being taken down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved up the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 39, Cousins.
Throw caught there by Osborne.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Throwing, Cousins. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Ball again on 2nd down.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We're up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Here we go on 4th. Watson, he'll buy some time right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd and 2, Cousins. And now here is another interception. Picked off by DJ Reed.
And the Jets are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. And with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
133 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Ball again on 2nd down.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it now. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Here's Cousins. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Cousins. Over the middle, complete. That's Osborne. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A give running right is Hall. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Stop made there by Brian Asamoah. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Ball again on 2nd down. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
Good work there, holding them out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Here's Watson on the sneak, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Cousins. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one snap closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Fourth down, Cousins. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man, complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still try to big time.
They'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. So a sensational return there on special teams, a foot race that he was not going to lose. Now, meanwhile, while that was going on, we've got an injured player on the field. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So that last kickoff, just a mere formality, obviously, Charles, wrapping up a game that they should be very happy about in which they got the win.
Yeah, I thought they were clearly the better team by the end, and they earned this one with a terrific game plan and consistent effort throughout. Only fitting that they had the ball when the clock hit 0.
So for the Jets, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, not much more to say. They dropped to 1-11, and they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.